Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bill and thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. So for today's video, I'll be doing a sit down video whereby I'll be explaining to you guys my culture shock as a Kenyan visiting Uganda. So I'll be doing that as I have this amazing breakfast. Oh my god, this Airbnb is the best Airbnb in Kampala and the best Airbnb that I've visited so far. Honestly, guys, they offer you free breakfast at a very affordable price. I mean, you're not charged for breakfast, yet the house is also very affordable. So let's dive straight into the video. Guys, as I told you earlier, I'll be doing this sitting video just to talk to you about my culture shock as a Kenyan visiting Uganda for the first time. Of course, if you go to a different country, you're bound to be shocked by so many different things, and so in my case it's not different. And I'll be giving you some few culture shocks that I've experienced so far as a Kenyan visiting Uganda. Of course, I've not walked throughout the country. I'm currently in Kampala, and I've also not walked in Kampala extensively. So this culture shock basically narrows down to my own experience the 2 days that I've been in Kampala. So the number one culture shock that I experienced was at the border. Oh my god. When I crossed over to the Ugandan side of this year and exchanged the Kenyan shillings, my god. I was so shocked. The Kenyan currency is about 30 times stronger than the Ugandan shillings. And so if you exchange the Kenyan shillings into the Ugandan shillings, you'll be given a lot of money. Here in Uganda, people talk in thousands. You might actually think as a Kenyan that you're rich. Can you imagine buying water 500 ml at 1,000 Ugandan shillings? That will definitely scare you. So at the border, what happened? I had 3,000 Kenyan shillings, and since I needed to change the money into Ugandan currency, I went to this Somali guy located at the border, and he's the one who exchanged for me the money and gave me 88,500 shillings. Can you imagine? From 3,000 Kenyan shillings to 88,500. The exchange rate was 29.5. Yeah, 29.5 shillings. So 1 Kenya shillings is equals to like 29.5 Ugandan shillings. So if you convert 3,000 Kenya shillings, you get 88,500. Oh my god. What? That's crazy. So be prepared as a Kenyan to experience that. You'll be talking in thousands. 10,000s, 20,000s. Can you imagine? Okay. The other thing that shocked me as a Ugandan, as a Kenyan, sorry, as a Kenyan visiting Uganda, was the number of policemen. The number of policemen on Ugandan roads. And not only the roads, but all over Uganda, especially in Kampala. I'm telling you, Uganda has so many policemen. Like everywhere. Everywhere there are policemen. Everywhere. We don't have that in Kenya. In Uganda, policemen are everywhere. So Uganda is a police-driven state. Police are everywhere with guns, patrolling the city. They are on the roads. Gosh, I was so shocked. I was very shocked. And the policemen here, they don't mean any joke. They can just arrest you and take you to the cell. So in Uganda, you don't play around with their policemen. They are all over and they mean business. The other thing that shocked me as a Kenyan visiting Uganda for the first time was the fact that even the city askaris, what we call kanjos in Kenya, have guns. Like everyone here, as long as you are a policeman, you're a city askari, or you are a watchman, you'll have a gun. These people have guns. It's crazy. In Kenya, the city askaris or the kanjos do not have guns, and even watchmen. Guns are only for the policemen and the armed guys. But in Uganda, all these people have guns. It's so scary. So you can't even joke around with the city askaris. Imagine. They might shoot you. They might shoot you. It's crazy. The other culture shock that I got as a Kenyan visiting Uganda was the fact that bodas are allowed in town, and there's so many. I'm telling you, Kampala has a lot of boda. Have you heard about that joke that in Kampala there are so many bodas than person with vehicles? Oh my God, I experienced that. Kampala has a lot of bodas. It is crazy, and there's so many, left, right, and center. So you have to be very careful when walking in Uganda, especially in Kampala, because you might be knocked down. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, guys. We don't have that in Nairobi. Actually, in Nairobi, bodas are not allowed to go to certain streets. I think the farthest that they can go to is Tomboya Street, but they can't go to Way Avenue, Harambee Avenue. They'll be arrested. Same to cities like Kisumu. No, in Kisumu, actually, bodas can go to town, but there are not so many. But in Kampala, my God, it's crazy. They are like houseflies all over. And once the traffic opens up, bodas just come from different directions. You'll just see them flying from north, south, west, east. It's crazy. So be prepared to see a lot of bodas than what we have in Kenya. My other culture shock as a Kenyan visiting Uganda was their food. Here in Uganda, food is a lot, and they don't eat one food at a time like we do in Kenya. So in Kenya, if you're eating meat and rice, it is strictly meat and rice, and maybe some vegetables on the side for vitamins. In Uganda, I think all their foods are buffets. My God. If you order matoke, they'll give you the matoke together with the accompaniment, that is the meat or maybe chicken stew or something, groundnuts, rice, sweet potatoes on one plate. I was very shocked on the very first night when I went out to have dinner, and I ordered for matoke. They served me the bananas, boiled rice, sweet potato, and meat. Jesus Christ, these people eat. They eat a lot of food. crazy. I wasn't even able to finish that food. And for me, it really shocked me because in Kenya, we don't eat sweet potatoes as a meal. Sweet potatoes is like bread. You eat it during breakfast. So you have it with tea. You don't have it as a meal, a main meal. Huh? And I was also just trying to fight with the taste, because the sweet potato is sweet. We have meat which is salty. Then we have bananas. Then we have boiled rice. It was crazy for me. It was crazy for me. So be prepared to eat a lot of foods and not just one type of food. Be prepared to eat like 5 different type of foods in one sitting. The other thing that shocked me as a Kenyan living in Uganda, not living but staying in Uganda, is that most of their houses have the same design and same color. Most of the Ugandan houses are built of bricks and they have the same design. I'm going to put one of the houses here, so you just look at that design. So most of the houses look like this, the design. Be it a mansion, be it a bungalow, the design is almost the same. And almost all their houses have red roofs. I don't know whether the color of the brick is red or maroon, but the color of the brick. Their houses are made of bricks mostly, and their roofs have the color of the bricks, the red roof. So just look at this. So this is a view from my apartment balcony. You can see their houses. They look uniform. The roofs are the same color. You know, it's crazy. We don't have that uniformity here in Kenya. We don't have that uniformity in Kenya. In Kenya, you'll find different apartments have different designs, different colors, different shapes, you know. But in Uganda, the houses are almost similar. And I noticed that as I was coming to Kampala, actually from Busia border, all the way to Kampala. That's what I noticed. Be it in the village, in the city, even Mukono, the houses are almost similar. They have similar design. Huh. The other thing that shocked me, you know, I expected that Kampala being a capital city of Uganda will have very tall buildings like in Nairobi, and even the residential area for some reason will be like those ones found in Kileleshwa, Kilimani. But no, I was wrong. Most of the buildings in Uganda are actually not tall. They're not skyscrapers, basically. Their residential areas, by the way, are not as high as the ones we have in Nairobi. Most of the residential areas are just bungalows, or if you find an apartment, most of them don't go beyond 5th floor. Though I saw some new building that is coming up that has about 20, not 20, but about 13 floors. But most, and I'm using the word most of their houses are not tall. Both commercial and residential buildings are not skyscrapers. They are very low-key houses, low-key buildings. So if you're coming here and you expect to find very high buildings like Nairobi, shock on you, that is not here. I'm here to find out the reason as to why that is so. But just know that Uganda does not have a lot of high buildings like Kenya. And I'm comparing Kampala to Nairobi. Most of the buildings are not that tall, by the way. The other thing that shocked me that I'm almost forgetting is that here in Uganda they call every vehicle taxi. The public service vehicles are called taxis. They're not called matatu like in Kenya. They call them taxi. So in Kenya, when you use the word taxi, you basically mean the private vehicles that are used to carry someone from one point to the other. Private vehicles, and you mostly mean the online private vehicles like Uber. We have the little cab. We have Bolt in Kenya. Such like cars. Huh? So in Kenya, we don't use taxi to refer to public service vehicles, PSVs, no. But here in Uganda, they call both the public service vehicles, the matatus, and the likes of Ubers, the Bolts, the little cabs, they call them taxis. So, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm still trying to adjust to that. It's crazy. Refrain from using the word matatus here in Uganda. Every vehicle is called a taxi. By every vehicle, I mean the public service vehicles and also the private vehicles that are normally hired to carry people from one place to the other. The Ubers are called also taxis. Huh? The other thing that shocked me as a Ugandan, why do I keep saying that I'm a Ugandan? As a Kenyan visiting Uganda for the first time. Oh my God, why am I forgetting? I've forgotten, but let me continue having breakfast. I'll remember. Yeah, I've just remembered, guys. In Uganda, you're not allowed to take videos as freely as we do in Kenya. I was actually almost arrested in Jinja for taking a video. As we were moving from, I started recording my video from Kisumu to Busia all the way to Kampala. But now when you go to Jinja, I was shooting. I hadn't seen there was a policeman in front of us, and by bad luck he saw me. He saw the video. No, he saw my camera. Sorry. And he flagged down our vehicle and asked us to stop. We stopped and asked me to get out, and told me to hand over my phone to him, which I did. I looked at the gallery, started playing the videos, but by that time I'd already seen him, so I deleted that particular video, so he wasn't able to find anything. We saw, of course, there are other different videos that I've been shooting from Kenya to Uganda, but he didn't see this particular video that had captured him. So he told me that in Uganda, taking videos is not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not freely allowed. It's not freely allowed as in Kenya. In Kenya, you can just go to the street, start shooting videos left, right, and center. Of course, apart from some of the designated areas in Nairobi, but here in Uganda, taking videos anyhow is not allowed. So be very careful, by the way. Be very, very careful. You might be arrested. I've finished my tea now. Let me have my mango and watermelon juice. But my other culture shock. How can I forget this? Jeez. Most Ugandans, especially in Kampala, do not speak Swahili. Most Ugandans do not speak Swahili, guys. Let no one lie to you that Uganda, being in East Africa, they also speak Swahili. No, 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 no. But of course, they speak English. So English is widely spoken in Uganda than Swahili. It's English and Luganda. Yeah, they mostly speak Luganda, by the way, in Kampala. I'm specifically talking about my experience in Kampala. I've not been to other parts of Uganda, of course. But in Kampala, 90% of the people speak Luganda. They don't speak Swahili. Swahili is actually a foreign language to them. So don't come here thinking, oh, we are in our neighboring country, an East African country. And of course, in Kenya, we've been taught that Uganda also has Swahili as the national language and English, but no. I was shocked that majority of Ugandans in Kampala do not know Kiswahili. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? I was honestly shocked. So don't come here and start speaking your Swahili, thinking that they'll understand. Unless you're speaking English or Luganda. So that's all for this video, guys. If I encounter more culture shocks, I'll tell you in my next video. But for now, let me leave it at that. Please subscribe to my channel if you've not. Also like this video by giving it a thumbs up so that this video can be recommended to more people by YouTube. Also, please share this video with your friends and get me to 3,000 subscribers, guys, and watch my videos until the end. Kindly. I really need to be monetized. This YouTube thing is not very easy, but I'm trying for you guys. Thank you and see you in my next video.